Hey guys, and welcome back to another ArmA 3 video. It's been about a year and a half since I posted my first quality of life mods list, and that video was pretty well received. Since then, I've discovered a ton of new ones, some of which have been around a while, and some that are a little newer. Regardless, I like consolidation when it comes to lists and having everything in one place. For a mod to fit this criteria, it will enhance or improve an existing mechanic, or provide an entirely new mechanic to the game that wasn't previously there. So with that, let's get right into the mods. At number 15 is Swap Your Weapons by Ibrahim, or Ibrahim. Not sure how to say that. Wildly simple, but one of those options you just don't think about. Swap Your Weapons lets you grab your AI squad mate's weapon in exchange for your own. This is super helpful in instances where you know the AI won't be able to snipe a super distant target, but you can. All you need is the rifle. But alas, your rifle doesn't have the required optics. Now you can just go up to your squad mate, use the scroll menu prompt, and voila, you've switched and can now take out the target. At number 14, we've got REBalanced by Orbis2358. This entry is actually two mods, as he released a version of Firewall's F16 and the F18 Legacy Hornet. What this does is removes the need to activate Afterburner using the scroll menu, and instead uses the physics engine to detect when the throttle input is at 90% or above and activates the Afterburner. This is much more true to life, as the burner in fighters isn't a button that's pressed, rather it's the forward-most position for the throttle past mill power that spits extra fuel into the combustor to ignite the exhaust gases. This is modeled amazingly well in game and truly helps the pilot with one less manual task that should be automated. At number 13 is AI Avoids Prone by DJ Rolnick. Now, this may not be the most realistic thing ever, as one of the first things troops in contact do when under fire is hit the dirt and get cover and concealment as soon as they physically can in order to return fire. In ArmA though, the AI will literally lay down if one of them farts too loud, and they'll seemingly stay prone forever until you move forward to engage and they hit scan your forehead before you ever have a proper shot. This mod will reduce the amount of times the AI will hit the dirt, which also helps team leaders playing single player, as their forces will be forceful about their offensive moves instead of hitting the dirt and turning what should be a 30-second engagement into a 30-minute crawl fest. At number 12 is Project SFX Remastered by WebKnight. I swear, WebKnight is on a crusade to completely alter your entire ArmA experience. The dude doesn't stop. This mod adds awesome sound effects you didn't know you were missing. And once you start, you're not going to be able to play without them. The little things like bringing your weapon up to your shoulder, inventory adjustment sounds, shell shock from explosions, and the one thing that caught my eye the most was the sounds of falling bodies. Better death sounds when troops are hit are also present, to include when dying in vehicles. Sound is one of the key factors in wargaming, and Project SFX fits right in with other major sound mods like JSRS, Dynasound, and Enhanced Soundscape. New ambient firefight sounds for Zeus and the Eden Editor were also added, which in my opinion are wonderful additions for mission creators. The far-off sounds of battle truly help immerse your players and make them feel like their immediate world is nothing but war. Yet at number 11, we've got Squad Feedback by Kinesite. Truly one of the best mods for single-player squad leaders, Squad Feedback brings with it an awesome unit overlay for nearby friendly and enemy forces alike. At a snapshot, the squad leader is able to see the health and ammo status of his team, as well as team color and their role, all critical information when conducting operations, and you need to make a quick decision when engaging the enemy. By using a customizable keybind, you can activate the overlay to show friendly and enemy positions if known by you or your squad mates. If the enemy's position becomes uncertain, a new indicator will be placed over their last known location until it is updated. The mod requires you to wear one of the pre-established pieces of equipment in order for the overlay to function, which helps ground the mod in reality, since many of the tactical devices worn don't really provide any kind of actual function in-game, but would in real life. This is a fantastic mod that is a ton of fun to use. At number 10 is Align by Laceman. Playing ArmA without this mod is super jarring, and I've had it in my mod list for a little over a year now. Align forces a small amount of front and rear sight post correction when you bring your weapon up to your shoulder, as you would in real life. Unless you're a professional speed shooter, no one is bringing up a weapon and has perfect sight post alignment. This little bit of correction adds a ton of realism to your gameplay and is something you're starting to see realistic shooters incorporate in their weapon handling mechanics. Simple but powerful, Align is a must-have for ground forces. At number 9, we've got Plain Turbulence by Seb. Seb has gone and added an increased measure of realism in the likes of Turbulence. If the wind is programmed to be strong and have sporadic gusts, then there should be a noticeable amount of turbulence when flying. This mod provides that, and through the add-on options, you can control exactly how much turbulence there is. It may not look like much, but when you're landing in a thunderstorm, it really adds that little extra pucker factor. Coupled with mods like Aerial Warfare Enhanced somehow, you're going to be in for a wild ride. Seb also made a version for helicopters, which is as unforgiving as it sounds. At number 8 is More Vanilla Factions by QB Blue. Tired of killing the same 3 enemy factions? This mod adds 6 new lore-friendly factions with their own unique style, gear, and camouflage schemes. More factions to fight with or against is always a welcome addition to the workshop, and this will also help vanilla mission makers expand on their possibilities, as this is a super lightweight add-on at less than a megabyte in size. This will definitely be kept on my mod list going forward. At number 7, we've got Real Engine by A. Martin. Truly a reimagining of multiple mechanics, this mod changes and improves a ton of features while in game, a full list of which is located on the mod page in great detail. The most notable of the changes are blast refraction during explosions, which is a beautiful addition to the carnage. Additionally, equipment and ammo have had their weight changed slightly to be a little more realistic. Armor values have been given a rework as well, which should help with the people getting one-shotted from a mile away. Another notable improvement is the camouflage system rework, which has been enhanced to ensure that the AI won't immediately spot you if you're wearing a ghillie suit, even up close. Your camo pattern now matters when the AI is hunting you, so be smart about the gear and equipment you take into the battlefield. I strongly recommend you give the mod's full list of changes a look to have a full understanding of how much work was put into this to enhance your gameplay. At number 6, we've got Flashlights and Headlamps by WebKnight. Again, WebKnight coming in clutch as fuck with another awesome mechanics rework. Initially designed for one of his horror missions, this mod adds volumetric light and gun flashlights as well as custom headlamps. The headlamp itself is an inventory item, which means you can have NVGs as well as a headlamp equipped, which is great when a situation calls for one and not the other. At number 5 is JCA UH80 FFV Patch by Grave. This mod adds a couple fire from vehicle seats to the UH80 Ghost Hawk, which are both coded to be able to open and close the side doors of the helo so you can rain down death with the door gunners. Right now, this mod only affects the UH80, and it is unknown if any other helicopters are planned in the future. Regardless, this is a solid addition to the workshop, and for any heliborne forces out there. At number 4, we've got VileHud by VileAce. Another one of those mods that I've featured before. I honestly cannot thank these guys enough for their wonderful mod. I find myself in awe of ArmA 3 and its visuals still, and being able to remove the user interface at the push of a button to capture the excellent visuals and truly immerse myself is amplified by this incredibly simple yet impactful mod. This is especially handy when flying, as the UI can be kind of distracting at times, which can lead to accidents when maneuvering at low altitudes. Truly, this mod hasn't left my mod list since I downloaded it a couple years ago, and if you value your visuals in-game, you should definitely grab this mod too. At number 3 is Advanced Weapon Mounting by M. Harris 001. Harris is a phenomenal mod maker and is the creator of Zeus Enhanced, one of the best mods available in the workshop. He and I used to be a part of an Air Combat Command Milsim unit back in 2017, and it was a great time with some truly awesome people. Advanced Weapon Mounting brings with it beautifully created mounting animations and sounds to your optics and rail attachments. This is definitely something the hardcore ground guys will find their pants tightening over, and is unbelievably immersive for what it does. At number 2 is another amazing gem I've covered before, but it deserves a spot on this list, and that is the Reduced Haze Mod by Anzac SAS Steven. A true game changer when it comes to your visuals, this is another mod that has yet to leave my mod list since I discovered it. Reduced Haze sets out to do exactly that, reduce the vanilla hazy effect at distance, which will truly allow your visuals to pop. These side-by-side comparisons should honestly be enough to convince you that you need this mod. This has next to no hit on your performance, so your frames per second is safe, and you'll be enjoying ArmA 3's crisp visuals at peak levels. Unfortunately, not every ArmA 3 map is incorporated in this mod. So if the terrain wasn't built off the same terrain class as the original islands of Altus, Stratus, Malden, or Tanoa, then it wouldn't work. Cup maps do work, however, so that's awesome. And finally, at number 1, we have the incredible DYEL Carrying Logistics and Interactions by Drongo. Drongo is a Chad of all Chads who has been creating incredible mods for the community for quite a few years now. This mod is one of his most impactful, which has evolved from a logistics mod to a total interaction restructure. This mod allows players to move items like storage boxes, ammo, and other assets critical to the war effort. Now you don't have to rely on Zeus to move things for you in the game world. This also adds a completely new layer of logistical support for players back at base that enjoy providing ammo and fuel to frontline operations. By using the custom interactions menu, you can move objects between vehicles and the ground to load them for cargo missions. Or you can pick them up and place them down yourself. You'll just have to be careful about inertia if you don't secure the objects to the vehicle using the menu. This mod even allows players to build fortifications by moving sandbags and defensive weapons around when needed. A truly awesome display of ingenuity, Drongo is helping reshape the way you play ArmA 3. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me again today. Truly, the modding community is one of the best features of the ArmA 3 community and adds endless amounts of replayability to this game. Whether you enjoy a fully modded experience or want to keep your playstyle as vanilla as possible, there are mods out there that can greatly enhance your experience and give you and your friends the exact kind of gameplay you're seeking. I'd like to thank my wonderful patrons for their continued love and support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you're interested in becoming a patron, please see this video's description for a link. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for watching, liking, and subscribing, as well as providing your thoughts on ArmA 3 and my videos alike in the comments. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. But
Hey,
I don't mean to scare you, but you're gonna die.
hey, you know what?
I'm gonna scare you, but you're gonna die.
Oh, God.
Fucking destroyed.
And he's gone. And just a poof of smoke.